Let's talk today about protective measures against coronavirus. According to experts, this coronavirus is going to stay here at least for several months. Some experts say that this coronavirus has the potential to have an impact on 15 to 20% of the world population. The same experts say that even if they find a vaccination for coronavirus, it could take 18 or more months. And even if they do this up to 18 months, it will be a world record. And even after they have found vaccination, they cannot provide the vaccination to 7 billion people. They have to prioritize. They will only provide vaccination in the beginning to the most needy people. What does this mean? This simply means that the coronavirus is going to stay here for at least several months, and we need to adapt ourselves to a new way of life. We need to adjust our day to day routines. We need to learn about the protective measures against coronavirus. And if you look at the World Health Organization, you will find a list of protective measures that they have recommended, and every one of us should try to follow these recommendations. Let's look at the recommendations from the World Health Organization. This is the website from World Health Organization. Just click protect yourself and then you will end up here. Here you can find all the recommendations from the World Health Organization. I think every one of us should read these recommendations line by line, word by word, and please watch these videos. Let's go through some of these recommendations. The most important recommendation from them is that to wash your hands and wash your hands again and again. If you look at the bottom of the site, you will find further details about washing your hands. Let's look into these details. They're recommending that wash your hands after coughing or sneezing, when you are taking care of sick people, when you are eating food. Wash your hands before and after you prepare your food, and also during you prepare your food. Wash your hands before eating, after toilet use, when your hands are visibly dirty, and after handling animals or animal waste. Then they further say that wash your hands with soap and running water when hands are visibly dirty. But even if your hands are not visibly dirty, frequently clean them by using alcohol based hand rub or soap with water. This alcohol based hand rub is not available in most of the Swedish shops, but you don't need to worry. I think if you wash your hands with just normal soap, it will be okay. And if you are coughing or sneezing, then please cover your mouth and nose with either your elbow or tissue, and then throw this tissue in the dustbin, in the closed dustbin. And after that, clean your hands with alcohol based hand rub or with soap and water. So read these recommendations again and again. Let's look at other recommendations from them. They are also recommending to maintain social distance. If some people are coughing or they're having fever or they are sick, then maintain your distance from them. And they're recommending to keep away at least 1+ meter from them. Even if they don't have coronavirus, still stay away from them because you don't know who has coronavirus. It could be even you who has coronavirus. because even if you have a coronavirus, you can still be healthy, and maybe you don't feel much sickness. Maybe you are immune against coronavirus, but you are still able to spread the coronavirus. Also, avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Some experts say that some people are touching their nose, eyes, and mouth at least 3,000 times per day. Maybe I am one of them because I am also touching my nose and eyes and mouth many times a day. And I try to follow this advice. It's almost impossible to follow it for me, but still, we need to adopt to a new way of living. We should avoid touching our hands with our body as much as possible, especially when we are outside. And then practice the respiratory hygiene. This is basically the same thing. If you are sneezing or coughing, then please cover your mouth and nose with your either elbow or tissue, and then throw this tissue in a dustbin. The same thing that you have read here. And if you yourself are feeling fever and you are having cough and you are having difficulty in taking a breath, then I think you should try to contact your doctor and try to get help. In Sweden, we have an emergency number and we can call that number. And we can even request them to visit our house so that they can test us. And if you need that number, then look at these instructions. This is the number 117. So if you have problem, ring this number, and if you think you are having problem, then you can ask them, you can request them to visit your house and to test you. But remember, in Sweden, they are not testing everyone. They are only testing those people whom they think they have high probability of coronavirus. Because I think Sweden does not have enough resources to test everyone. So they are going to prioritize, but you should try to call this number if you are having problem as recommended by the World Health Organization. So look at this website and I think read everything. In the bottom, you will find also instructions about what to do when you are traveling, when you are going to supermarkets to buy stuff, how you should behave. And these instructions are focusing on China, but right now I think they are also applicable in Sweden because coronavirus is growing in Sweden. And also they have instructions about food safety. Also look at about how to handle the stress during coronavirus outbreak. And this outbreak is happening as we speak. Let's try to look at the coronavirus cases. What are the numbers today and at this time? I have not looked at them for several hours. So these are the numbers as we speak now. There are more than 105,000 coronavirus cases and more than 3,562 deaths. So deaths are increasing. At least 100 deaths has increased based on when I have looked last time. Let's look at the numbers for Sweden. Sweden has now 161 coronavirus cases and UK is having 206, and Iran and Italy has about 5,000. Most of the cases in Sweden are due to Italy because I think most of the Swedish people, especially Swedish rich people, they go to northern Italy for skiing or for having fun. And now they are coming back from Italy, and this is probably one of the reason for the spread of coronavirus in Sweden. Okay, so that was all. So please remember these protective measures that you can take not only to protect yourselves but others against coronavirus. See you next time. Bye bye.